One of the many fears of starting out in art is to take professional workshops when you're in a classroom of people with varying talents. And this video is about no more fear of workshops. Marianna McDonald, one of the best pastel artists I know right here in Lexington, Kentucky, came up with a contract that she gave us at the beginning of the workshop, which I think is perfect and good for anyone to think about. It's basically a contract that we signed of I may not be able to make something perfect, that's okay. I may not have enough time, that's okay. My skill level may not be as high as my ambition, that's okay. My artwork may not turn out as I'd hoped, that's okay. You vow this is a time for experimentation, relaxation, learning, and fun. And that's the way she opened the workshop. She doesn't know exactly where she got that quote. It's been handed down from artist to artist. I'd never heard it before. I wished I had known it early on, because I tense up during workshops. I do my worst work during workshops. And in a previous workshop, a video that I showed from Destin, Florida, Jessica Henry Gray said that I probably was putting too much pressure on myself of trying to create a masterpiece in a workshop rather than my normal routine of just being in plein air and enjoying the experience. So it was a good lesson from Marianna, and she's just such a great teacher. We had a class of intermediate students, and there were some professional artists who have their own studios that were in the class. And there was another person who had never done pastel before, but he had taken her beginner class the day before, and then was with us as the intermediates in the second day. Here you see Marianna laying in her base tone, and she focuses on the lights and the darks and simplifies the big shapes as her first layer. And so you see her doing just oranges and purples for her darks and her lights. And then she'll use rubbing alcohol, which dries really rapidly, but it also allows you to get a painterly effect and to smooth out or almost treat as watercolor the first layer of pastel. Here's a look at her shared gallery with a number of artists called the Artist Attic in Lexington. Look at the color and the vibrancy and just the glow that Marianna is able to get. And that's my goal, and what I'm after is to try to figure out how she gets that shimmering light. And she's just spectacular at dappled light, the little rays of sunlight that hit a waterfall or that land on the path in the woods. And just amazing talent that she has, and excellent teacher sharing with us how she does it. And so stick around and you'll see my attempt with a lot less pressure because of the contract that we signed. But I hope it's a good tip for anyone thinking about doing this but intimidated about where do you start, and doing it in a class with other people that may be professional artists or so much better. And don't compare yourself to that. And like the contract says, this is a period of experimentation and relax. So I hope that helps give you some confidence to give it a try, to see if you can do this and to learn. I love working with pastels. Here's the photo that I chose. This was near our home when we lived out in Franklin County. And I just love this scene. I took the picture probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I've just set it aside with hundreds of other photos that I've taken that I hope to be future paintings. So here you see where I've laid in the lights and the darks, just as Marianna showed us, and then use rubbing alcohol to blend that in. And it just soaks into the sanded pastel paper and then allows you to go in and layer over, as you see, with the greens now and the yellows and all the other colors of the scene. But it keeps the simplification of those basic shapes from that undertone as you lay in the layers of pastel over the top. And these pictures show the progression step by step as I came to the conclusion of the painting. And really happy with it. I framed it. I will try to sell the pastel, but I think I'll do a larger oil painting as well of that scene, because this is a good reference for me to use and do an oil painting and have two versions of this scene for sale. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps these videos to reach even more people. And thanks for watching.